how to make apple pie moonshine. Ah, damn good. It's that time of year. It's time to make some apple pie moonshine. But first, welcome to Stillworks and Brewing. My name is Randy, and this is a channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. Apple pie moonshine is a moonshine that I think everybody has heard of and most people love. I know I do, and it's so easy to make. So let's check it out. All right, let's check out our ingredients first. Of course, the star of the show will be 1 gallon of an apple cider, okay? The next, we're going to use a half a gallon of apple juice. We got some 2 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup of white table sugar. We got some cinnamon sticks, and we got some ground nutmeg, okay, for the alcohol that's going to be in this. Okay, what I am using, somebody gave me a quart of Shine. This is 100 proof. It was made in one of those places in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I tasted it, it tastes pretty good. All right, so we're going to use that. We will use some bourbon, Stillworks and Brewing bourbon, and we also will use some spiced rum. And just for a little bit of flavor, I got some whipped vodka here. All right, so let's get started, and we're going to make up our moonshine. Okay, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our apple cider, and I'm going to put it in a pot. And what we'll do is we'll heat this up to a simmer. And basically, a lot of what we're going to be doing is kind of like pasteurized, because this is not pasteurized. I don't believe so. Okay, but we're going to warm this up, and we'll add our cinnamon sticks. Okay, so how many cinnamon sticks we want to put in there. They're short cinnamon sticks. All right, so right now I'm gonna add 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. Okay. And I can always add some more if I feel it is necessary. All right, so once this warms up a little bit, then we'll add our sugars into it, just to melt the sugars. Okay, so I'll be back in a little while. Okay, it's almost warm. It's getting ready to start to simmer. One thing I said this was, apple cider was unpasteurized, but according on the label, it is pasteurized. Okay. So what I want to start doing now, while it's just getting ready to come up to a simmer, I want to add in my nutmeg and all my sugars to help that start to melt. Okay, so let's get that done. All right, so the first thing I'm going to put in is my nutmeg, and that is, let's see, just a half of a teaspoon. Okay, there's a half a teaspoon of that. And I will put the ingredients in the description box below. All right, so let's go ahead and add in our brown sugar, okay? I'm gonna try to do this without splashing it all over the place. All right, so we're gonna add in our brown sugar, and that was 2 cups of brown sugar. Give that a little bit of a stir. The smell is so fantastic. I can smell the nutmeg right away, and I can smell that cinnamon. I'm going to start adding in our sugar. or white sugar, and that was, how much was that? 1 cup of white sugar. We're getting all our ingredients. Okay. Let me get this up to a simmer, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Apple pie is one of my most favorites. It will not last long. I love to give it away, to be honest with you, because everybody appreciates it so much. But I think I said before, a friend of mine gave me that moonshine, and in turn they asked for some apple pie. I couldn't refuse. All right. Okay, so we're back. I let this simmer for about 20 minutes. And I just do a low simmer. I don't bring it to a rolling boil. I just let it simmer. Then I let it sit here and cool for a little while. So, since my pot was so small, what we're going to do is I'm going to pour what we got so far into a bottling bucket, because I figure it's going to be so much easier to fill the jars. So let me go ahead and pour this into the bottling bucket. Okay. Now I can get rid of this. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add in my apple juice. Now, this is going to help cool down that liquid, because we don't want to put our alcohol in yet till it's, cool. Okay, give that a stir. It's pretty cool. I can stick my finger in, so it's not cool. I mean, it's pretty cool. Okay, we are rolling now. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to put in our alcohol. All right. So, like I said, first thing I'm going to do is I got the 1 quart of 100 proof air. We add that. Okay. The next thing is I am going to use 2 cups of Stillworks and Brewing bourbon. All right. This was just a plain bourbon that I did. So we're going to go 2 cups. 1, 2. All right, we are going. So the next thing I do, and I think this adds such a great flavor to it, is spiced rum. Oh, it smells so good. All right. And I'm adding 2 cups of spiced rum. All right, there's 2 cups of spiced rum. Okay. Now the next thing I don't normally put in, but I figure why not? Apple pie with a little bit of whipped cream on top. What could go wrong? Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in 1 cup, and this is store-bought. And this recipe, if you use store-bought or what you make yourself, it's all okay. All right, now just give that a little bit of a stir. Now, what I want to do is let's just give it a little bit of a taste to make sure that everything's okay. All right. Oh, I can taste that rum and oh man, that's gonna be good. Especially right now, it's warm. Oh, not hot, but just warm. That is fantastic. But you know what? It's time to put it in a bottle, ain't it? Okay, so let me get set up and let's put this stuff in a bottle. Okay, this is where a bottling bucket makes it so easy. I just want to make sure it stays stirred because it will have sediment. That's normal. But I want to mix the sediment in each jar, not concentrated in one jar. All right, so let me get these all filled. Then we'll move on. Okay, I ended up with 10 jars of apple pie. That is fantastic. Okay, now if you remember, I use these little short cinnamon sticks in making this. I use 10 of them. So what I'm going to do now what you can do, you can use those sticks that was in there and put them in the jar. I'm gonna use a fresh one for every jar. I just want a little bit more cinnamon flavor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, this is fantastic. I love apple pie. So what I will do is I'm gonna put lids on these. It did seem like they were steaming, but it is nice and chilly this morning. I mean, it's a little bit warm, but it's not hot. But anyway, besides that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a lid on these and they will go in the refrigerator. I store my apple pie in the refrigerator mainly because I love it cold, okay? So, just give it a little shake before you serve it because like I said before, there will be sediment. That's just natural. So I always just give it a little shake before I serve it. I got some friends of mine are gonna get a nice little treat, okay? So, like I said before, apple pie is so simple to make. You can't go wrong. And put in there what you like. Let's see. Okay. In closing, well, if you like this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. You wouldn't believe how much it helps. Share us with your friends. Give us that thumbs up. And what's the other one? Leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This is Apple Pie Moonshine. It is fantastic. Hey, thanks for stopping by and we'll see you next time here on Stillworks and Brewing. Cheers, everybody. All right.